Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Damaris, also known as Damaris Dash a Bit Weird.
And we're glad to have you today. We switched sides. We didn't just mirror the camera. We actually switched sides. We're trying another setup for recording, so we'll see how it goes. Today is Wednesday, September the 11th, 2013, and this is episode 55. That's a lot.
Yes.
It is. We'd like to say a big hello to all of our returning viewers. Hello. We're glad to have you back today. And a big welcome. Come on in. To any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot today. Hope you enjoy the show. We have a few members who are new to our group, or they might not be new to our group, but they introduce themselves. I can't remember. I think they're all new. Maybe. Anyway, so in our Ravelry group, we have an introductions thread, and if you introduce yourself, we'll give you a shout-out on the next episode. So do you want to give a shout-out to our members who introduce themselves?
Sure.
EOJSMADA. Who is?
Joe.
From?
Edmonton, Canada.
Did you know that Joe is married to Tanya Levine?
Yes.
Yes. Who's also a viewer. Hi, guys. Okay, next up.
Maz Bill, who is Mary from Prestonpans, East Lothian, Scotland.
She lives not very far from us. We're going to get together with her sometime soon, hopefully. For coffee, biscuits, tea, something.
And Leaner, who is Eileen from Ohio.
Yes, Eileen is my partner in the Buddy Knit Together for the Single-Handed Knits podcast. So we're knitting the same project. So you'll see that in a minute. All right, we have a lot to cover today, so I think we probably should get started. So here we go.
Oh, and now we're going to talk about what's on our needles.
So what's on your needles, Mare? Something.
It's very large.
Lovely.
And I still have not gotten to 15 inches. Oh.
Okay, so wait, tell them what it is in case they don't know.
This is the body of my Watson sweater based off the Dr. Watson's Cabled Crew Neck pattern by Trudy Brown. The yarn is... I was about to say the needles. The yarn is tangled. Barocco Vintage in the Oats colorway, and I have more. So this is a very tiny
We need to wind a skein, apparently.
Yes.
And you're on what needles?
3.5 millimeters.
Which is US 4. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how many repeats are you up to now?
10.
You're on number 10?
Yeah.
So, and how much does it measure?
I don't know, but it's not 15.
I have the measuring tape. Let's see.
It's not my measuring tape. That is just my measuring tape.
You're getting close.
Yours is unreliable.
You are at almost 14 and a half inches. So the rest of this repeat might be enough.
14 and a half inches?
14 and a half inches. What did your thing say last time you measured it?
It was about 13.
It's called the black hole of knitting. It seems like you're getting no progress, and then all of a sudden you're almost there. Brilliant, huh? And you already have the sleeves done. So you're getting close.
Yay, and then I can wear it.
Woohoo! Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say about it?
I want to be done with it.
Well, it probably helps now that I told you you have 14 and a half inches already.
Yes.
So, you just have to finish this part up here. Whatever that's called. So, you want me to talk about what's on my needles now?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I have two things on my needles. One of them I can't totally show you because it's my new sock pattern design, which is actually out with test knitters right now. So hopefully I'll release it late September. I'm not going to even tell you the name yet, but it is done out of Knit Picks Felici Fingering in the rainbow colorway. And it is on US 1.5, which is 2.5 millimeters. Okay, so how can I show this without showing? Okay, so I've got a yellow marker here that shows where I was last week. So are you ready? Because this is going to be fast. This is how much I got done. So I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stripes of the repeat. And that sock is finished. And I wanted to show them. This right here, that's all the yarn I had left. Not even 6 inches when I bound off. Yikes. But that one's done, and this one I'll just show them the back side. And I cast on the new one. This is the back, the bottom of the foot. So I've done 4 color stripes. There's 31 stripes if you do the knee-high. But you don't have to do the knee-high. You can do them just regular length. But I love the yarn so much that I'm doing the whole thing. So this is the second skein. They're not going to be exactly matching because this one started with blue and this one's starting with red. But I don't care because I want to make the most use of this yarn that I can. So it's with my test knitters right now, and I can't remember what deadline I gave them. I think the 21st of September to get one done. And then I'll be getting the pattern all ready, and we'll get it published. So you should have that by the end of the month. The other thing on my needles is the project that I am knitting with Eileen, who is my single-handed knit together buddy person. And we are both knitting my pattern, which is Rescue Me Chin Boy and Show Me the Stars Doctor Who inspired socks. She's had it in her queue for a while and wanted to do it, and she had this gorgeous Doctor Who colorway of yarn. And I am using from Toil and Trouble Yarns, Anna, Starry Starry Night colorway. And there it is balled up. The blues are a little darker than what's showing on the screen. But, and I'm doing it on US 1.5, which is 2.5 millimeters. So this is the first sock. And so I've done the whole foot and turned the heel and picked up the gusset stitches, and I'm doing the gusset decreases now. So, and as you can see, kind of, there are 6 pointed stars and wibbly wobbly timey wimey. So we have until the end of October to finish these. So I'm pleased with my progress. I probably will do just a little progress on these this next week and spend most of my time on the second rainbow sock. That's everything that's on my needles. Lots to come, but not yet. All right, on to the next segment. And now it's time for my favorite part of our show, Yummies. What are yummies, Mare?
Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk about.
Yeah, yummies. So, we watched the Downton Abbey Series 4 trailer this week. It made me cry. I can't wait for it to start, because I'm really interested to see how Mary reacts. Yeah. So we'll put the video in our show notes. So if you want to see the trailer, it was less than 2 minutes long, wasn't it? So if you want to see it. Do you want to talk about the next thing, or you want me to, and then you do the next one? Okay, so last week on the show, we said that there was a rumor that Benedict Cumberbatch was going to be in Star Wars 7. Well, we saw this week that Benedict has said that there has been no offer for a role for him in Star Wars 7. I'm holding out hope that that just means that they haven't offered it to him yet, and he's still going to be in it. That'd be really cool, huh? So, fingers crossed. All right, next up.
There was a new Vincent van Gogh. I'm sorry if you're Dutch and you're watching this. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
It cracks me up the way you're saying it because it sounds like what the Klingons from Star Trek ate.
Van Gogh.
Gagh. So, yeah. Anyway, a new painting.
It's called Sunset at, I'm probably going to butcher this, Montmajor?
Montmajor?
Major?
Montmajor? Okay. So it's really cool.
Yes. And it's not a TARDIS. It's an Abbey. I don't remember which Abbey, but it's an Abbey.
So, after this was released, that this new painting was found, some of the Whovians have gone kind of crazy, and there's like in the background of the painting, there is this building that is like a castle or an abbey or something, but it looks like a TARDIS, and it's blue.
It does not look like anything like the TARDIS.
It does look like the TARDIS.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. So, we'll put a link to the news article with the picture in our show notes so that you can go decide for yourself if it looks like a TARDIS. It made me want to watch Vincent and the Doctor again, which always makes me cry a lot. And so there's been lots of pictures of what's his name that played Vincent? Tony
Curran.
Yeah, there's been lots of pictures on Facebook of him because of the release of the new painting and the whole TARDIS in the picture thing.
It doesn't look anything like a TARDIS.
I think it looks like a TARDIS. I know it's not the TARDIS, but I think it looks like one.
It's anything like it.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Okay, on to the next thing. You want to talk about it?
Sure. Filming for the Doctor Who Christmas special has started, and Matt is in a wig, and his wig doesn't look half bad.
No, it doesn't.
And there are lots of pictures of the set and stuff. And first I was all happy because, well, this doesn't really spoil anything because it's Christmas time. So, and it had Jenna with a paper crown and stuff. And I was like, aww. And they were hugging on set. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm at the end of the episode.
And did you see the picture with Jenna knocking on the TARDIS door?
No.
There's a picture with Jenna knocking on the TARDIS door, and I'm like, oh. I also saw online, we'll put a link in the show notes to where you can see the pictures, but I also saw somewhere, I'm not
Someone got a letter that they were going to be filming around their place.
Yeah, in Cardiff. I'd be like,
Cardiff.
peeking out my window going, where's the Doctor? Where's the Doctor? So that's pretty cool. What was released last night? You want to talk about it?
On the topic.
Topic?
Yeah, that thing. On the topic of Doctor Who, the name of the 50th anniversary special is going to be called the Mama.
The what?
The Day of the Doctor.
And what else was
And
released yesterday?
BBC released the official poster for it.
Yeah. We'll put a link in the show notes so you can see it. So it had 11, 10, and John Hurt.
John Hurt, because John Hurt.
Okay, but there was all those, the stuff behind John.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
Bad Wolf.
Bad Wolf.
Yeah, and then it looked like
The door of the TARDIS, is that what you're trying to talk about?
No, it didn't look like that, but in series 1, the boys spray painted Bad Wolf on the TARDIS, and that's what it looks like.
Okay, but there's also a TARDIS door that looks like it's been blown off. There's... Again. There is, Gallifreyan writing. She and I think way too alike. We finish each other's sentences like all the time. Say the same thing all the time. What else was there?
Hurt wearing awesome boots.
Yes. So, and David still has
Hair.
hair. Also, though, yesterday they released a list of, I think, most, if not all, of the specials that are going to be going on around the 50th. And there's like some behind the scenes stuff. They're going to re-air the first story, like digitized. It's never been seen this way before. The first 4 episodes. That remember we watched it.
Yeah, we mean digitized.
Like, I don't know. They've like made it clearer and better, I guess. The guy from what's that episode with 3 in it? The Power of 3, the scientist guy. I can't think what his name is.
Professor Brian Cox.
Yeah, he's going to do a special on the science of Doctor Who. There's going to be radio stuff on some of the BBC stuff. So anyway, we'll put that in the show notes too, which has like a whole list of all these things that they're going to be doing. So I'm really excited for that. We're going to be watching a lot of telly in November, apparently, about Doctor Who. So that's really exciting. We have yummies to show this week because we got yarn this week. We didn't go to a yarn store yet. We haven't ventured out to do that. But someone recommended to me the website, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Deramores, Deramores. And so we ordered some yarn from them. You want to show yours first and tell them what you're going to do with it? Hold it closer so they can see the flecking.
The flecking?
Yeah, the flecking.
It's tweed.
I know, it's flecking though.
The flecking.
Yes, tell them what this yarn is.
Windy Aaron.
It's 100 grams. What colorway does it say?
No.
704. So what are you planning to do with this?
Fingerless gloves.
Yeah. You found a pattern you liked already too, didn't you?
The label broke.
Oh, the label ripped? It'll be okay. But you wanted this to kind of go with your sweater. There went the label. With your sweater. And you have another brown sweater that you wear quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And you're going to do a hat too, you said, right? Mm-hmm. We have tape. We can tape it back together. It's soft and squishy.
It's 25% wool.
And what else is in it? Does it say?
No.
Does it say on this side?
No.
75% acrylic. All right, and then I got 3 kinds of yarn. Well, 2 of them are the same kind, just different colorways. So I think y'all know that I'm going to be an aunt again in January, and it's a boy. Okay, I thought my phone was ringing, but it wasn't. And so I knit baby blankets for my niece Lola and my nephew Wyatt when they were being born. And so, of course, new baby needs a blanket. Well, Daddy JR, who's my brother-in-law, wanted something with camouflage. And I was like, what am I going to do? So I went hunting and found a colorway that has the camouflage colors in it, but then I also got a colorway that has got blues in it. So I'm going to be knitting this. It's a free pattern on Ravelry called
Harlequin, baby.
Harlequin. Is it Harlequin or Harlequin? Anyway, Harlequin baby blanket, and it's diamonds and triangles type things. But what I bought to use was James C. Brett Marble Chunky. This colorway doesn't have a name on here. MC18. And then the blues is MC32. So, here they are together. You're not getting much of the green in that one.
Green is less brown.
Yeah, that's a little better. But I'm going to alternate the colors. And that way it has the camouflage colors that JR wants, but the blues that I think needs to go with it to make it more baby. So I got 2... Are these skeins? Blobs of yarn of each colorway, so that I'll have enough, hopefully, left over to do a hat as well that will match. And then, oops, the yarn just went that way. I got yarn to do a sweater for me because I've been wanting to do it. And what has been my stopped pattern that I kept saying I wanted to do? Do you know?
I don't. I know.
Who's it by?
No, Steve.
It's by Mel of the Single Handed Knits podcast, the Ho Aloha. And I'm going to be doing it in King Cole Bounty. It doesn't have a colorway, it says a number, 115. And it's pink. Does that surprise anyone? That's not totally true color. That's a little better. But I got 3 skeins of it. And so, once I finish my rainbow socks and get the baby blanket going good, then I can start on this sweater. And I'm very excited. And it's so soft. Do you feel it?
Yes.
This skein has 645 yards in it. It's acrylic. It's washable, which I wanted. I wanted something that I could wash and wear. And I got more yarn. But this one I didn't buy. This one came from the Knit Girls. I got a button. So y'all will remember that I did the Stash Dash with them this year. And they did random giveaways to people that participated. And I won this gorgeous yarn by Spunky Eclectic. It's in the Poison colorway. I don't know how treat this color's going to be.
It's not blue, it's purple.
It's purple and lime green. That is not showing the lime green at all. It's so much brighter. I photographed it and showed it on Instagram yesterday. And it still wasn't true to color. It is bright, bright lime green with purples. And Damaris wants to steal it from me. Do you know why?
Because it's green and purple.
Because it's green and purple, which is
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk.
All Bruce Banner all the time.
So, thanks so much to the Knit Girls.
Pretty.
It is, and it's squishable. It is...
What would you make out of that?
I don't know. This is a super wash wool nylon blend. It's 500 yards of fingering weight. You could do a lovely shawl out of it. You could do gorgeous socks.
Or you could do gloves.
You could do gloves and a hat, probably. You probably would have enough if you didn't do too long of gloves. Damaris thinks she's going to steal this from me. We'll see what happens. For now,
I like it a lot.
For now, it's staying with me.
But
My precious. My poison. My poison. That's what the colorway is. Poison.
I know.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Now time for GGK Crafty Pad photo challenge. We had lots of great photos this week. I think this week was the hardest time we had choosing our favorites because there were so many good ones. Do you know what my very favorite for this week was?
What?
On the orange day, and I can't remember who posted it, but it was a skein of orange yarn.
Linda M. Noble.
Was it Linda M. Noble? And was it needles and ribbon? And it's gorgeous. You're going to see it in just a minute because it's in this collage that we did. But oh, that was my favorite from this week. She did amazing. Great job. So we're going to stop here and put in our favorites for this past week as well as the list of prompts. It's never too late to join. Just start today. Most people share their photos on Instagram, but we also have a thread on Ravelry where you can share them. You can share them on Twitter, Facebook, Plurk, wherever you want to share them. We pick our favorites, though, from Instagram and Ravelry. So make sure you post at least there. All right, so here we go. favorites. So, thanks to everybody who's participating. We're really enjoying seeing all of your lovely photos, and keep it up. Hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. All right, we want to talk about Scotland a little bit this week. What do you want to talk about? We've been home more this week than we were the previous week, but we did get out some.
There was a cat. I went out one night to take out the recycling, and there was a cat just in the middle of the street, and I walked towards it and didn't run away. And I got really close to it. It didn't run away.
You sure it was a cat?
Yes!
Not a...
It was a tabby cat. What else would it be?
A skunk? I don't know.
No, it was a tabby cat.
Okay. And did it ever go away?
It walked toward the bushes, and then it walked some more. I think it was someone's pet.
I'm sure it was.
Out.
I bet it was. I bet so. We went to church this week. We won't be going back to that one. That's all I'll say about that. The Hubs started orientation stuff this week, so he's been up at the university every day this week since Monday, right? So I went with him yesterday, and I can't wait till you see the new college building. It is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. New College is where the School of Divinity is, and that's the program that the Hubs is in. So it was just amazing. Not super disability friendly, though. It took 3 different lifts and a stair thing to get me up to the room that he was meeting in, because he had a meeting yesterday morning, and I went with him because then we needed to do some financial stuff and etc. when he got done. So I went with him. It was crazy. Anyway, it was fun. People are wonderfully nice. We're getting to see more and more of town, of the city. We're supposed to go tonight to a... Keeley.
Either Keeley or Kaylee.
I think it's Keeley. That the School of Divinity is hosting. I don't know if we're going to make it, though. What are you laughing at? I think the Hubs is taking a nap in the other room because he's back. Because he only had a short thing today. Yeah. I bet they couldn't hear it, but yeah. So anyway, the Keeleys tonight, I'm not feeling so great. So I don't know if we're going to make it tonight or not. We're going to try. What else? Just trying to get used to the town and get settled in and get into a routine. You started school this week.
Yes.
So what grade are you in?
9th American grade.
You're a freshman.
Wow. I'm just like, no, I'm not. I'm just like in a year that exists. I'm not high school.
Yeah, I'm not old enough to have a high schooler. So, what classes are you taking?
English and geometry and U.S. history and biology and finance and art history and
PE health.
PE health.
Yeah. We're hoping to be able to, there's a pool about a mile from us, and we're hoping to be able to start going to the pool at least a couple times a week for exercise. I have an appointment with our GP. We registered with the NHS. Now that we're living here, we get health care. And so I have an appointment with the GP on this coming Friday, and the Hubs and Damaris are just going to be seeing the nurse just for the kind of general intake appointment that same morning. So we're hopeful that they can do something to help me feel better and be able to have a more normal life. So excited about that. We've been drinking lots of cordial and tea and eating lots of biscuits. Yeah. I I guess that's about it. It hasn't been a super busy week, and we haven't really done... Once we kind of have the hub schedule into place and routine, then hopefully we can start planning to do some adventures like
Go to the castle.
the castle and the museum and the library, and there's all kinds of things, and lots of them are free here in the city, and as well as there's stuff not super far away from us. So we're hoping to be able to start doing that once we kind of get into more of a routine. So, and then we'll have pictures and adventures to share with you. But we're here. We're still loving Edinburgh just as much as when we got here, and have gotten pretty adjusted. And yeah, it's good. So, anything else you want to say about Scotland?
Nope.
Alrighty, then I think we're ready for the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we're reading and watching.
So what are we reading?
We finished reading
That one.
The Emerald City of Oz by L. Frank Baum, and now we're reading The Patchwork Girl of Oz
So
by L. Frank Baum.
I can't remember what number book this is. I think we're close to, if not halfway through the books. So, but you're going to start reading something for your English class.
Yes.
We have to decide which book, because she has to do some stuff with her English class. So, all right, what are we watching?
Castle.
Castle. We love it. So, where are we?
We finished season 1.
And
And
almost all of season 2.
yes.
I think we have, like 2 or 3 episodes left?
Then we only have 3 seasons left.
Yeah. We are, like, powering through it. We're enjoying it a lot. So,
It's very good, and we're also trying to get to some other shows in our thing.
Yeah, I'm loving the Firefly references. Yeah. And what was the reference that you loved this week in one of the episodes we watched?
Oh yeah, Castle's mom, Martha, was watching the old 70s series of The Incredible Hulk that she was in, the episode she was watching, so...
That was kind of funny.
That 70s series Hulk, which I've never seen, but...
I've seen some of it.
The hair, and the green body paint, and yeah.
So, I am caught up. She's laughing about the hubs again. I am all caught up on Agatha Christie's Marple. I watched this week episode 5.2, The Secret of Chimneys, episode 5.3, The Blue Geranium, episode 5.4, The Mirror Crack from Side to Side, episode 6.1, A Caribbean Mystery, and 6.2, Green Shaw's Folly.
And that's all you can watch?
And that's all I can watch because there's the next episode hasn't been shown yet on TV. So, I'm caught up with that one. I started watching DCI Banks, which is a British crime drama. She's not been in it yet, but Carolyn Katz from Doc Martin is in some of the later episodes. So I watched episodes 1.1 and 1.2, which was Aftermath parts 1 and 2, and episodes 2.1 and 2.2, which was Playing with Fire parts 1 and 2. So I love a good crime drama, so I'm enjoying that. And now, Doc Martin. Eileen, go away. Wisconsin knitter. She doesn't want to be spoiled. We've talked about it quite a lot this week, she and I, with me giving her bits of information, just a little bit, so she's not spoiled, but so that she knows. So this week's episode was episode 6.2, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? And it was a fun episode. It was funny. There was lots of good quips in it. Martin was trying to be sociable and invited people over for dinner, and then they overheard him and Louisa talking through the baby monitor, and they were saying not nice things about them. It was really funny. It made me laugh. And I'm really curious to see where they're going to go with Al and Morwena moving in as flatmates together. Because they've dated before, I believe, if I'm remembering right. So, next episode is episode 6.3, The Tameness of a Wolf, and it will be on the 16th of September. And that's all that we're reading and watching.
Now we're going to talk about our September, October, November giftable cal.
Yes. So this is running from, it started on September 1st and it'll run through November the 30th. And it's for any project that you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that is a gift for someone else. It can be a Christmas gift, it can be a birthday gift, it can be a new baby gift, it can be a I love you gift, it can be a just because gift, it can be any kind of gift at all. You cannot have started it before September 1st. And you have to finish by November 30th, and feel free to double dip in other cals. Post your finished object picture in the thread on Ravelry, and we'll lock it on December 1st and announce winners in the following week's podcast. And there's a chatter thread where we're having lots of good conversation. There's been a lot of conversation in there this week, so that's cool. This week we had finished projects by Linda, who is L. McCall, and M. McQueen. So way to go, guys. And if you have not started a project, why not? You still have plenty of time. So get started crafting something to give away as a gift. On to the next segment. All right, this week we have a review. We received a review copy from Cooperative Press of What Else Would Madame Defarge Knit? 28 More Patterns and Essays Inspired by Classic Literature. It was edited by Heather Ordover. And we really enjoyed this book, actually. It has patterns in it that are inspired by different literary influences, and each pattern starts with an essay, and then they give you the pattern. So that's pretty cool. So there's 3 sections in this book. The first one is Children Will Listen. And let's see, let me find the first pattern we want to talk about. Tell them what it was inspired by.
It was inspired by The Foundling by the Brothers Grimm.
So there's actually 2 patterns. That one is the Foundling Knits, the color work version, and then they also have these ones, which I prefer more. They're also the Foundling Knits, they're a twisted version. And I love the detail of the twisting of the vines up them. I think I prefer the twisted version just because I'm not a big color work fan. They're beautiful. The color work ones are beautiful. Yeah. So they're done on US 6s 4.0mm in DK weight yarn. So that is a that's just a really gorgeous pattern. And then we have another one still in this section. What's it inspired by, Damaris?
It was based off The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett.
Okay, and what's the pattern called?
It's called Ben Weatherstaff's Friend, and it's really cute. It's a little robin.
It's so adorable. It's done on US 3's 3.25mm. Uses Judy's Magic Cast On and Knitting in the Round. And they give you options for whether to embroider the eyes or use things, the actual eyes.
Buttons?
No, not buttons, the safety eyes.
Ooh.
Depending on who you're making it for. Because if you're doing for a little one, you don't want to use the safety eyes because it would be a hazard. So it's got I-cord in it. You have I-cord feet, and then they also give you a tutorial for if you want to use French knots for the eyes. So that's really awesome that they give you so much help for the different aspects of the pattern. Okay, so those were our favorites from that first section. The next section is called Ladies Glow. So you want to tell them about the first one while I find it?
First one is based off The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne.
It's another color work pattern. So what's it called?
It's called Counting Crows.
Okay. It's gorgeous, but it's color work. So I probably would not do it because I'm not a huge fan of color work. It is done on US 1s, 2.25 millimeters. It's charted, so you have to be able to read charts to do it. I mean, they're beautiful. I just probably would not ever do them because they're color work. I mean, I can do the charts. I just don't like color work. Okay, the next one.
Now there are two patterns based off Anne of Green Gables by Lucy Maud Montgomery.
And Anne of Green Gables is one of my favorite books ever. And so I am just so in love with these patterns. So this first one is called
Hester's Hope Shawl.
I love the shawl pin they used to put that on. It's a simple lace pattern done on US 13s, which is 9 millimeter needles, that's what's giving you such open look. It just takes one skein of yarn, one 500-yard skein. I could use poison, potentially. It's charted, but it's also got line by line. They give you some recipes to go with it for raspberry cordial or red currant wine, so that's kind of cool. And then the other Anne of Green Gables inspired pattern, which I am in love with. What is it called?
Is it Marilla or Marie?
Marilla. Mm-hmm.
Marilla's Shawl.
And so if you've read the books or watched the movie, you remember that Anne lost the pin off of Marilla's shawl, and there was a whole dramatic portion of the book / movie that deals with that. Here's the back of the shawl. And I just adore it. It's gorgeous. I don't know that I would do it in black, but because I don't wear a whole lot of black, but I think it's beautiful. I think the lace work is just sublime. The detail, just amazing. Okay, so what's the next one in this section, Damaris, that we liked?
The next one is based off of Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott. It's called Rowena's Lace Hose.
And I'm in love with these, not just because they're pink. I love the detail at the top with the ruffle and the little tie. I think that's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And I probably would have said before my new pattern design that I would never do knee highs, but now that I'm doing knee highs with my rainbows, this is a good possibility that I might do these. It's done on US 2s and US 1s, 2.25 and 2.75 millimeters. And let's see. Part of it is knit flat. That's interesting. So, and with a picot bind off. So, yeah, I think that is definitely a possibility for me to knit. All right, what's the next one, Damaris?
I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. This one is based off of Tristan and Iseult.
I think it's
Iseult.
I don't know.
As told by Joseph Bedier.
And the pattern is called
Iseult's dress.
So there it is in blue, and then they also have it, I'll show you in a minute, I think it was in ivory.
It was brownish.
Oh, was it? Okay, it's done on US 9s, 5.5 millimeters. It uses short rows and cables and charts. It's available from sizes extra small to 5X. So that is a huge spectrum of possibilities. It could work for almost any size. I think, oops, I went too far. I think there's a bigger picture, right? Nope. Must be this one right here. Okay. That's not really giving away much because it's just the construction. I really love it. I especially like it in that color. I don't think I'd do it in blue. I think I would do it in kind of a brownish ivory. So I like that one. What's next?
This next one is based off of the Odyssey by Homer.
And
It's called Penelope's Shawl. It's beaded.
yes, it's beaded. I love the shawl pins that they used in this book. They're just amazing. I probably would not do gold beads on a blue yarn. That's personal preference. I'm not a huge fan of gold. But I could see it with a silver or iridescent bead. I think that would be gorgeous. It's done on US 6s, 4mm. And it looks, let's see. It's primarily stock and net stitch, other than the beaded charts. So once you get through the beaded charts, it could be pretty mindless knitting. So I think that would be really cool. I really love the detail and the photography. The photography in this book is just amazing, amazing. Okay, there's another one in this section.
This is based off of Persuasion by Jane Austen,
Yes.
called the Mrs. Musgrove Remits.
I don't know if you could see the detail super good on that. There is various options for what you can knit into the palm of the mitts. You can do long ones or short ones. It's done on US 5s, 3.75mm. And it gives you options for like putting your initial into the palm or some kind of symbol. You can do hearts, you could do an anchor. There's lots of options. So I think that's really, really neat how they did that. So that could be a possibility for your fingerless gloves. So, okay, what's the next one we really liked?
Based off of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen,
And what's it called?
called Miss Jane Bennet's Fingerless Ball Gloves.
And I adore these. I think they could be beautiful wedding gloves. The detail is just amazing. I can see them done in white with the iridescent bead. Just amazing. It's done in sock yarn. US 0s, 2mm. Just amazing. The detail work on that. Maybe I'll make them for you when you're getting married in 37 years. You're not allowed to get married until then. Okay. What's the next thing we wanted to talk about?
Next one is based off of East and West by Somerset
Maugham? I don't know how you say it.
Maugham.
Something.
And
what's it called?
It's called Smashing Cap and Cuffs.
I really like the hat. I'm not so much sold on the cuffs.
I like the cuffs.
I guess they could be a dramatic part of an ensemble, but they're not. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever wear them. The hat I would. They are done on US 4s, 3.5 millimeters. And I really do like the hat. The cuffs are just not my cup of tea. But more power to you if you love them. They could make an interesting ensemble. Okay, what is next?
This next one is based off the Miss Marple Mysteries by Agatha Christie.
I think this might be one of my favorite patterns in the whole book.
It's called the Jumble Sale Kimono for the Widow Mayhew's Daughter.
The detail around the sleeves and around the button band, the collar, and along the bottom of the cardigan, just gorgeous. It's done, it looks like separately and seamed together. I've never done a sweater like that, so that could be interesting for me to try. I wanted to look and see, what the sizes available were. And I just scrolled right past it. Oh, it's done in extra small to 3X. So it's got a good spectrum there of possibilities. And it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Here's a picture of the detail. Just a simple cable. But it just is so, I just love it. I love the color they did it into, kind of that greeny, grayy blue. So, alright, then there's one more section called Slip Into the Dark Side.
This pattern was inspired by Moby Dick by Herman Melville. And it's called Ahab's Aaron Gansey.
Okay, here it is. I really love it. I don't know that I would do the neck.
The neck is supposed to be like that. You're supposed to fold it over. So
yes, I know. I'm just saying I don't really enjoy that kind of neck. So I think I would just do a regular neck on it. Some of the cables remind me of what you're doing on your Watson sweater. It's done in small to 2X. On US 8s, 5 millimeters. And I think it's gorgeous. And I could see it on. Here's a picture of the back. I think your daddy would like it, other than he wouldn't like the neck. The detail is just phenomenal, though. And those were our favorite patterns out of the book. Really enjoyed the essays. I think it really made the book, having the essays that gave you so much information before the pattern. It's got a great section of abbreviations and techniques. It's got a pattern index that's clickable to get right to the page. They're all on Ravelry. There's information about the designers and telling you where to find their work. And then information about Cooperative Press, and that's it. The book is 262 pages long, so there is a lot of material in this book. I neglected to write down how much it's available to purchase for. Cooperative Press gave us the book to review. Let me see if I can bring it up right quick so I can tell you the price. Just 1 minute. Keep talking, keep thinking. What are you showing them?
I wasn't showing them anything. I was just looking at one of the patterns.
Okay, let's see if this says it right here. Okay, it's available to download on Ravelry for $16.95 US, 11 pounds 5 pence in our money. And for that price, you're getting 28 patterns. So I think it is a great, great deal. Would you recommend the book?
Yes.
We give it a thumbs up. Thank you, Cooperative Press, for sending it to us. Probably next week we'll do another review. We have another book they sent us. And so that's our review. On to the next segment.
now we have reached the end of our show.
Sorry, I was moving things on my Kindle and not paying attention. Yes, we have reached the end of our show. Thank you to everyone who's watched. We hope you enjoyed it. A couple announcements.
We still have buttons. If you would like a button,
Contact us, and we'll work out the details to ship one to you. Where can they find us online?
you can find us at geekygirlsknit.blogspot.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online. Blip, iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Ravelry, Plurk, etc.
Yes. So if you haven't joined in on the fun yet, come do it. We have lots of great conversations in our Ravelry group especially, and we'd love to have you join us. That's it for this week. Thanks for coming along for another episode. 55. Another one in the bag. And we'll see you next week. Happy knitting. We love you guys. Bye. Tell them bye.